go to their seats. Thank you very much. That was a good warm-up. All right. So turn to your neighbor and tell them, just give me a bit of space. Haujaniona bado. Yes. All right. DJ, do you have bazokizo? All right. So what we want to do a little bit is we're going to relax ourselves a little bit and just enjoy, okay? And just enjoy. All right. Okay, good. Hit it. I hope you do know this song, huh? All right? Okay, they don't. So allow me to teach you. Okay? So we're going to do very simple. Very simple. Very simple. Very simple. Let's go to the back. Front. Look at your neighbor, mwambie. Yeah. All right, now this. A round of applause to you guys. Asanteni sana. Asanteni sana. Please, you may have your seats. Thank you. Yes. Thank you very much. Hey, let me tell you, asking people in suits to dance is something else, but we are glad that you're here. Yesterday I was doing a research, and I realized that if you were to live up to 80 years, then you will have lived 2.25 billion seconds. Now let's translate 2.5 billion seconds into coins. That means you'll be having 2.5 billion in your account at 80. It looks impossible until it is done. And that is the reason why we are here today. We are here today to discuss a value proposition that is out of this world, to ensure that we teach and train and leave a legacy to our own children so that they can take the legacy to the next level. I am excited. My name is James Cairo. I will be your MC this morning. And allow me to call upon the head of business development, Concepta Ayuma, to tell us more about Kidnest. Concepta, karibu. When you're coming, you come dancing. Jamani, Concepta Ayuma, umetoka ile pande mpaka unasema kuku. Ni sawa. All right.
That is the best I could do when it comes to dancing. Good morning. Good morning once again. Thank you so much, James, for that energizing session, and Kevin Waweru for the beautiful prayer. And thank you so much for honoring our invite. Today, I want to officially welcome you to a labor room. This is our labor room. 8 months ago, we had an idea. I want us to assume you are a couple, and we said we want to bring another new baby on board. And so we had this discussion around December. Last year around December, and we said there is an important part of our ecosystem who are our children. I'm sure you've just seen our esteemed guests who are here that are usually left out. If you look at our financial solutions, if you look at our value proposition, usually it is the parent, the mother, the father that we talk to. And if you look at data, 50 to 60% of the investors are between 30 and 40. So that clearly tells you that there is an important part of our ecosystem that is usually left out. And that is the thought and the mindset behind Kidnest. So we said we need to look for a product that intentionally involves the child. Intentionally involves the child. Most of the financial institutions usually target the adults. They target you after 18, after 21, after you get your first job, after you earn your first salary. So we sat down and said, we need a value proposition that ensures my little Renee, my daughter is here, by the way. She just turned 8. My little Renee is actively involved in terms of value acquisition, not just value protection. And that's how Kidnest baby was born. So today, I want us to first of all clap for ourselves. 8 months of carrying a baby is not easy. 8 months of carrying a baby is not easy. So of course, she's a bit, or rather he's a bit premature, but again, we have to ensure that all the parts were ready, right? So why Kidnest? As I said, we want to change the mindset. We exist to change the mindset. And our commitment as Britam has always been, we want to ensure that you are friends for life. So we want to ensure that we are part of the children, part of their journey. They are involved. We don't look at them as spenders, but look at them as part of the critical integral role of financial growth. So we said, let us come with a product that, one, ensures there is a financial capital. When you talk of financial capital, come 18 years, all the monies they'll have saved, can be used for entrepreneurship, start a business, pay for a course, whatever it is. Number 2, we said we want to ensure we change the mindset and ensure that all our children are actively involved in terms of financial knowledge and inclusion. As I said, my daughter turned 8 just the other day, right? And kitambo, our mothers, our parents, our siblings will bring us gifts on our birthdays. Some will give us toys, some will give us bicycles, shoes, and you can only have enough, isn't it? You can only have enough. So again, how can we ensure that we monetize, we convert the intention, we convert the love, we convert the goodwill into an actual asset? Again, that is why Kidnest exists. And lastly, I know this is not going to sit well with our millennials. It's to ensure, Hilda, I'm sorry. Is to ensure we have financial justice. And allow me to start by confessing. Years back, do you remember Postbank? Remember Postbank? Yes. Years back when I was in primary, I went to boarding school when I was in standard 6. I know nowadays everything has changed. And I would save, honestly. Of course, just like the rest of us, I was index 1. Who wasn't index 1 here? Yeah? We were all index 1 somehow, right? But for sure, for me, I was index 1, for sure. It's on record, yes. So I would really work hard, and we used to have districts. So I would compete district per district. So any money I get, I come and put in Postbank. Of course, through my mother. Years later, when I was going to secondary school, I didn't have that money. It wasn't much, it was 6,000. And what did my mom say? It was used to do what? To pay my school fees. I couldn't come and claim. Of course, I hated, I felt really bad, I couldn't claim. Years later, last Sunday, the same happened. I pulled my mother. Guests came, my siblings, my friends, including some of my colleagues here could not attend the birthday, and they sent me money. And of course, my little Renee can't access my M-Pesa, isn't it? What did I do? I gave her 2,000 and a bit around 20,000. I said, I'm the one who has organized the birthday. So I just pulled my mother. So this product is going to ensure there's a bit of transparency and accountability. And that's why I call it financial justice. And why am I saying that? If you look at one of our prominent features of this product is the account name, the investor name, is going to read both the custodian name, who is the parent, and the child's name. So meaning, for those of us who have gadgets, the child is able to come and access and look at the money, look at the investments, look at how they are growing, and even get targets. And you are going into a very good space of innovation. So next time you are sending out your birthday gifts, your birthday invitation cards, we are going to have QR codes. Do you know QR codes? Yes. So now, ile mchezo tulikuwa tunacheza, ni kama imefika mwisho. So those money that are supposed to come to Renee, and then you do what Concepta did, goes directly into the child's investment account. Are we together? So Kidnest, if for lack of a better word to summarize everything, Kidnest is a financial head start to our children. a financial head start. So I want us to live here knowing that it's not a normal product, it's a financial head start, because it is up to us to take ownership and change the mindset, not only our mindset, but the mindset of our children. Gone are the days where you want to start your financial journey when you're 18. We want these children to have a financial identity. When they talk of investors, you don't say so-and-so is an investor. They can say when they're 15, when they're 18, I am an investor. And that is why if you look at the age, 0 to 25 years, so meaning we want you to be our client, we want you to be our family, we want you to become part of our ecosystem at birth. We don't want to wait for you at 25 years. Minimum initial investment is 1,000. And I don't even remember seeing any gift that is 1,000 thereabout. Most of the gifts nowadays are 5 up to 10, even more. Even PS is around how much? Around 50, 70, 100,000. So with 1,000 meanings, it ensures there is inclusivity. Anybody can actually afford and manage to start. Top-up amount is 100 shillings. We're in the era of, there are so many events, so many trips in the schools. And I like what the schools are doing nowadays. Part of appreciation and motivation they're giving our children is not only in terms of certificates, but in terms of monetary. That is the money we can come and put here. Minimum 100. You can even do a game. You can say, wash my car. Because it's also very good to ensure that some of these skills we teach our children, right? Wash my car, wipe my shoes, those small, small tasks that you deem fit for your household. And that is the money that you put under this product. It is well diversified, and allow me not to go so much into that, because our main audience, of course, is the parents, because you are the custodian, but our esteemed guests, these are the people who have the biggest asset in life, which is time, is the children. So for them, we wouldn't want them to go with sophistication, but to go with a lot of intention and action. And then, in terms of the minimum requirements, we can see the minimum requirements. The normal minimum requirements, for example, if you're a parent, if you want to start an investment journey, that is the normal ID, birth certificate, proof of banking, guardian proof, and tax, your KRA tax certificate. How can we open? All our digital platforms are ready to onboard you on Kidnest. And of course, our most common is usually the Bella. I think Bella is the most convenient. So if you type 0705 100 100, 0705 100 100, investments, Kidnest will be your first option. But you must have a birth certificate. Yeah? So all the ideas, we are here, we are custodians of dreams for our children. And it is very important that as we are doing that, let us inculcate the right mindset, let us inculcate the right culture, so that they know the value of not only spending, but also the value of growing. Thank you so much. I wanted to make it as simple as that, because as I said, our esteemed customer today is the child, our children. My 13-year-old taught me something. Bag iko na nini? Bag iko na? Bag iko na? You don't say that. Eh? Bag ni ya nini? Bag ni ya Kidnest. So when I say bag ni ya nini, you say? Bag ni ya nini? Bag ni ya nini? Yeah, thank you so much. To our financial advisors, to our branch managers, let us go out there and spread the word. We know the role we play when we engage with the families within the Britam ecosystem. Let us spread the word and ensure that we change the narrative when it comes to penetration of investments and penetration of insurance. Thank you so much. Over to you, James.
Thank you, Concepta. A round of applause to Concepta. Asante sana. I know she has strategically positioned herself there because we're going to be asking some questions to the children. We have amazing tickets for them to go to the Sawela Kids Festival, and I'm going to give away 5 tickets randomly when they answer the questions correctly. So parents, don't worry. Please don't answer for your child. If you feel like you know the question, I know you are number 1. They will be answering, right? Awesome. Allow me then, ladies and gentlemen, to request you to pay attention to the screen, as Concepta has alluded to, as we play the video right now. Studio, we're ready? Okay.
Every child deserves to soar. Turn their biggest dreams into a plan. Let's start this journey together.
First, open your Britam app and head to the product section. Select investment, then look for the Kidnest Money Market Fund. Before you begin, make sure you have your national ID or passport, KRA PIN certificate, bank account details, and your child's birth certificate. Choose how much you'd like to start with, how long you want to invest, and how much you'd like to top up regularly. You can also choose how often you want to contribute and your reason for investing. Next, enter your bank and branch details, account number and account holder's name. Provide the required personal, employment, and identification information. Now, enter your child's details, including their name, date of birth, gender, and birth certificate information. Almost there, take a moment to review all your information and make sure everything is correct.
Thank you, studio. Ladies and gentlemen, the onboarding process is very seamless. It's on mobile. It's very friendly. Please, that onboarding it's extremely seamless. Kidnest will be right at the top. Children, are you ready for the question? Children, are you ready for the trivia? It's a hot trivia. Are you ready? Oh, children, are you ready? My son is looking at me, Dad, you call me a child one more time. All right. I don't know why Concepta talked about PS. Now I'm going to have a very hard conversation talking about PS. Are we ready for the question number 1? So question number 1, I will call upon Lucky to just help me move the microphone to the person who raises their hand first, right? We're just going to do this very quickly. You get 500 shillings for your birthday. What do you do? You get 500 shillings for your birthday, kids. You get 500 shillings. Oh, how many 5,000? Okay, number 1. Please say your name.
Save some money and spend some.
Hey, you save some and spend some. A round of applause. What's your name?
Patience.
Thank you, Patience. Congratulations. Patience has won herself a ticket to Sawela Kids Festival. Kule Naivasha. Baba ameinua mkono. Sawa. We hear you. Thank you very much. Patience. All right. Question number 2. Do we have question number 2? What happens when you keep adding small amounts of money to your savings? Okay. Hi. Who? Yes, the first one to raise the hand.
My name is Aiden, and it can grow over time.
It can grow over time. A round of applause. You said your name is Aiden. Aiden. Thank you. Thank you. Well done, Aiden. All right. Do you have another question? Question number 3. Question number 3. Question number 3. Kidnest gives you 100 shillings every week. What is the smartest move? Spend all 100 immediately, save all of it forever, save some and use some for something you enjoy, challenge Panda to a dance battle. Please don't look at me like I'm Panda. The first one to raise the hand? Okay.
Save some and use some.
Save some and use some for something you enjoy. A round of applause, tafadhali. Yes. Your name?
Tristan.
Tristan. Mzazi wa Tristan anyoshe mkono. Ninamjua. Sabina, asante sana. Hii ni kama kulikuwa na nini. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is important for us. We have another question, studio? No, there. Okay, good. Now I'll be asking open questions. I have 2 more. I'll be asking open questions, but I will ask them after the guest who comes to speak here, okay? And then we're gonna do that very effortlessly. All right. On to this side of our dear guests and parents. If you have 50,000 saved for your Kidnest and you have an emergency, is that money yours or the child's? Wapatieni microphone. Children, I want you to hear what happens. If you have 50,000 and you have an emergency, it's not your money, it's your child's money. Do you consume it to refund, or do you not spend because you are obligated? See how your billions... Yes, Eunice. Makofi for that honest answer. Yeah. So let me tell you, I know we have millennials, we have Gen Xers in the room. The Gen Alphas, you will be glad for Gen Zs. You have Gen Zs in the room. You will actually be clapping for Gen Zs because they are opening a Pandora's box. So us as millennials, when we used to have savings, our parents, when it came to a time where they needed some money, they would get and then say, see, one gives the other, right? Unfortunately, when you grow up, by the time you hit 18, they would withdraw and then say, now you start your life and as you go on. Kidnest gives the child an opportunity to see their balance. So the alphas in the room will actually be holding you accountable, and the Gen Zs in the room as well will be holding you accountable for their every shilling. So you spend. I remember sometime I normally give my kids some money and then I say, by the way, do you have loose change? And be like, yeah, Dad, I'm giving you, but it comes with interest, right? I'm like, interest? Sinimi nilikupatia. Anyway, that is the generation that we are raising. So as you spend some and save some, remember to return all of it. The goal here is a 2.5 billion, right? Awesome. Allow me, ladies and gentlemen, to bring onto stage Shelma Ndongo, who is a law student, but also a member of the debate circle. She has an amazing story, and she'll be letting us know about that story and in terms of how debate circle is shaping and influencing the culture of savings and investments. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me, with a round of applause, please, to help me welcome Shelma on stage.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. My name is Shelma Ndongo. I am a law student. I hold several certifications in several aspects of the law in different jurisdictions. I work at the debate circle as a host, a debate and a public speaking trainer, and a judge. And I'm very familiar with financial literacy because the past 3 years we've been debating financial literacy. Our debates are based on the financial literacy. We usually have students, or I prefer calling them learners. We have learners from the youngest age of 8 to from 8 to 18 years, and we also have university students who usually debate in our platform. So if you don't mind, I will introduce and maybe give you parents and guests what we usually do at the debate circle. Working with young people and their different perspectives. The young people include students from the JSS, that is the CBC system, or rather the CBE system. We also have university students and also high school students. From the JSS students, the CBC students, they usually ask us a very good question. What would I do with my pocket money, or what would I do with the allowances that mommy or daddy usually give me? And what I usually advise them is that we usually have needs are classified into 2. So I'll use the language that I usually tell them. I usually tell them needs are classified into 2. We have what you want and we have what you need. What is what you want? What you want is, you want mommy to buy you that novel that you want to read. Okay, if mommy gives you 1,000 shillings, you save 500 bob, and then you use that 500 bob, the other remaining 500 bob, you use it to do what? You use it to buy that novel that you want. For the remaining 500 bob, see, on August when you go home, when you break for the holidays, you are going to watch Spider-Man. See, Spider-Man is going to be aired in the cinemas. No, instead of telling mommy or daddy to give you money and go watch Spider-Man because they will refuse, and they will tell you you have to do your homework, and you don't want to do your homework, you want to do your homework after you have watched Spider-Man, you save that 500 bob. Then when you go for holidays, no, that 500 bob, you tell mommy or daddy, mommy, daddy, I saved my money, and right now I have 2,000 bob. I want you to take me to do what? To go watch the Spider-Man movie. Now with that type of aspect, now children are able to learn how to save at a very young age of 8 to 12 years. For the high school students, recently we have introduced a segment. We call it the Financial Literacy Podcast. This is a podcast where students from different high schools, the elite high schools, Pangani, Alliance, and the whatnots, we engage with them on a one-on-one conversation. Instead of debating on a stage, now we want to have a one-on-one conversation with a student. We get to find different students giving us different perspectives on savings, budgeting, investing. And we recently had a podcast that trended on the social media where there was this young, beautiful girl from St. Hannah's. She said that she does not want easy money, but she wants money that she has worked hard for. And she said in her own words, easy money goes fast. So with that type of mentality, and this is a high school student believing that she's 15 to 18 years old, she already has the mentality of, I want to work hard for my money. So the moment that, if you're having a one-on-one conversation with this student and she already knows she wants to work hard for her money, we give her a motion that states that the insurance companies or banks or whatevers, or the government should implement policies that are favorable to all Gen Zs or the young people who want to invest, then it could be a good thing for her. By the time this student is 25, now they will be asking themselves, what do I want to do with my assets? Whatever I have already invested with maybe from 20 to 25, what do I actually want to do with it? And with the generation with our current generation, this is a generation that is familiar with technology, AI, and the whatnots. And this is the same generation that believes that we don't want to get employed. A lot of Gen Zs, I believe some Gen Zs in the building will attest to what I'm saying. Most of us believe that we don't want to get employed. And the reason as to why most Gen Zs have the mentality of, we don't want to get employed, it is more of, whatever I'm earning at the end of the month, is it actually worth my time? That is the mentality that they have. But you get to find that there are students who want to get employed in the long run, but there are also students arguing from the perspective of, we want the communism aspect rather than the capitalistic aspect. That is what they debate. That is the type of narrative that they have. We also have students who tell us that you cannot be financially secure with this generation without being familiar with tech. Because technology, this is something that is happening. Am I familiar with buying stocks online rather than buying stocks at the Nairobi Stock Exchange? Am I familiar with learning cryptocurrency online? Or rather, am I familiar with maybe going to a school and maybe learning all that? Basically, that is what it entails with having different perspectives on how students argue out on financial literacy. We also have our outreach as the debate circle. As I am speaking right now, we have a team of students from the CBC system and the high schoolers who are on their way to South Africa to debate matters relating to financial literacy. At the moment, I would prefer if we could clap for them, please. For the financial literacy, we have had over 1 million students debating the topic financial literacy. For the past 3 years since we started having this conversation, we have seen a lot, we have seen a huge impact. During the nationals, which was held 2 weeks ago, we had more engagements on health, money habits. We got to see different perspectives of financial literacy, wealth building through debates and podcasts. And our CEO, Mr. Tom, participated in a CEO debate showcase with students and with other CEOs and a member of parliament. And if he comes on stage, he will also tell you the perspective that he got as he debated with those students on stage. For us, we believe in inclusivity. We believe that we have learners are abled differently. We have learners who can articulate themselves in English. We also have learners who can as well articulate themselves in Kiswahili. So for our platform, if you're a learner and you cannot articulate yourself well in English, we give you the chance to articulate yourself in Kiswahili. In short, what I'm trying to say is we also have learners who debate financial literacy and financial literacy skills in Kiswahili. Kwa Kiswahili tunasema elimu ya kifedha pamoja na ujuzi wa kifedha. Katika jukwaa letu la mdahalo huwa tunakuwa na walumbi kutoka kanda zote 9 wanapozungumza kuhusu masuala ya kifedha. Thank you. There's this one question that most people ask, the what ifs. I believe in life most people live with regrets. What if I did something when I was in my 20s? What if I learned about financial literacy when I was in my 20s? So I'll ask, what if the financial regrets many people have in their 40s or 50s are actually evidence that financial literacy should be taught at an early stage? That is a food for thought, right? I believe most of us are having that same mentality. I wish I learned financial literacy when I was in my teens. For me, I started debating when I was 10 years. That was around 2015, 2014, thereabout, right? And once I joined high school, I got to experience and engage myself with this certain type of concepts. Now, because I live with my parent, I usually tell her, whatever you're earning, in as much as you're my mother, now I will help you budget these things. Because we are not going to maybe live in a we are not going to save more than we are not going to spend more than what we are earning. You have 100,000, 20,000 school fees for the first child, 20,000 for the second child, 20,000 for the third child. Then this remaining 40s, you can now do these small things. For me, I started investing and saving at the young age of 16 years. I've been familiar with different apps online, through this platform, through engaging myself with financial literacy. And for us, we usually tell these young kids and educate them we usually tell them or educate them in the simplest of languages. For what ifs, this is what we believe in. If we start educating a child from the age of 13 years about financial literacy, by the time this child is 18, they already have the knowledge of what is going to happen. They already know how to save, how to budget, how to manage their money, how to protect their money. That is through insurance. They get to understand that we have different types of insurance, life insurance, general insurance, in as much as it can be a very big topic for them, but we tell them in the simplest of languages, because again, at the same time, different people understand things differently. For us, again, if a child is 13 years, or maybe let me use an example of an 8-year-old, as we are having Kidnest today. If this child is taught how to maybe save their pocket money, by the time they are 25 years or something, they already know, if I've been saving my pocket money or whatever mommy gives me in a month, maybe amounts to 5,000, with an interest rate of around 8,000. By the time this child wants to retire when they are 60, they've already invested around 13, 14 million, if I do my math right. But if this child or if this person starts investing when they are 40 or in their mid-40s, late 40s, by the time they are 60 and they want to retire, you'll find that they've already saved or invested around 3 to 4 million Kenyan shillings. So if we actually start financial literacy at a very young stage, now we are reducing this certain type of things. We are reducing the regrets of what if I did this when I was in my 20s, what if I didn't do this when I was in my 20s. But if we start it at this early stage, by the time they are my age or something of that sort, they already know that I need to budget, I need to save, I need to invest in like the smallest of things. Last but not least, there's this one thing I came to realize. Everybody talks about money, everybody wants money, and everybody wants to use money. But we've never asked ourselves how to manage money. And that is where we come as a society. In our society ecosystem, we have parents and guardians who are our first teachers. We have schools and teachers. We have financial institutions. We have the government. Now, all of us amount to the society's ecosystem. For parents and guardians, we bear the responsibility of instilling information or knowledge as the first educators. We actually have to tell our children, if we give you this amount of money, this is how you're supposed to spend it. Now, I want to show you something. Today we are having Kidnest. If you've already brought your child here, they get to understand that mommy is saving this and this for me, because when I get the age of majority, that is 18, I already have some capital to maybe start my businesses or doing something of that sort. For schools and teachers, they bear the responsibility of making financial literacy a structural and an accessible thing. And that is where debate comes in. That is where we are having conversations of we need to save, we need to spend. Now children are learning, maybe I have this particular perspective of saving. Now, if they interact with different students from different schools or different people from different regions of the country, now they get to understand how things are. People from like the marginalized communities in the rural areas, maybe once they get to interact with people from like the metropolitan area, they get to understand how people from the metropolitan area, the perspective of people from the metropolitan region and all that. For financial institutions, it is more of making financial education practical, like what we are having today. It is more of educating learners through civic education, what we are having today, through advertisements, through billboards, and all that. For the government as a whole, what we believe in is the government should introduce policies that are favorable for consumer protection and financial education. And there's this, as I leave the stage, there's this one medali that we, growing up, was the hardest medali at the time. And it states, cha mkufu mwanafu ha, akila hu, cha mwanafu na mkufu hu, akila ha. What that medali means, mwanafunzi ama mtoto hawezi kula cha mzazi, lakini mzazi anaweza kula cha mtoto. As we are here today, let us learn that. Let us not use that medali in our day-to-day lives, but let our children earn from what we are having. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Shelma. Well done, Chamkufu. Ha ha. Yeah. But it's actually how she has said it. Mzazi anaweza kula cha mtoto. Lakini we need to change it, right? We need to change that narrative. Thank you so much, Shelma. If you let a debater speak and a lawyer, I'm seeing the lawyers in the room are looking at me. They will always finish like priests in my concluding remarks as I finish. But thank you. It was really, really amazing and well packaged. And we look forward to as well just engaging with you further in terms of financial literacy. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, allow me to call upon Mr. Barack Obata, CEO of Britam Asset Managers, to give us remarks on making investment accessible to everyone. He normally has the conversation of democratizing investments. That's his slogan. He democratizes the investments. Barack, karibu sana.
Good morning today, and welcome to this event. Mine was just to continue with the theme of democratizing investments, and we're indeed democratizing them to our little ones. What I wanted to mostly emphasize on is we are trying to bring access to our investments, not just savings, because we are transitioning from merely savings to investing. And what we want to do is that we also want our children to start saving early and change their mindset. Some of us, as you can see our age, we never learned those things. You've seen me taking arrow routes, which means that that age of mine has caught up. And I never learned any financial literacy by myself, but I kept on learning as an adult. And what we are trying to say is that financial literacy will be taught practically by ensuring that children are able to save, not just children, but also young people, because you only start earning probably after you're about 20 or 18 years. So we need to basically have that mindset. And if you look at Kenya, our savings rate is still very low. And that's why our economy keeps on struggling, because our capital formation still remains very, very meager. And if you look at some of the numbers that we've looked at, if you look at access of financial access to most Kenyans, it has continued to consistently fall. As much as there is a lot of more financial inclusion, but only 18% of the Kenyan population can describe themselves as financially healthy, because most of us start learning the habit of savings quite late. And one thing that I always emphasize is that the wealth that you end up with is not necessarily correlated to what you earn. You'll find a lot of people who earn much less having the discipline to save and invest and end up with a bigger nest egg than ourselves. And for me as an investment professional, and having learned a lot of neuroscience of investing, I normally know that there are three parts of the brain that fight each other within your brain. It acts like a boardroom. But for us, I want us to start investing with that first part, which means that we are able to take some risk for us to grow our wealth. The first part, the one that we call the first part, that normally takes risks, because there are three. One tells you take risk, another one tells you you lose everything, and another one wants to make you think very logically and in big numbers, the way we do normally. So I want us to think with the first part of the brain that basically encourages us to go out and save. And lastly, I just wanted to just mention why us, why Britam. Currently in Britam, we are growing at a very fast rate, and we've been entrusted with money from government to individuals to parastatals. We are close to about 300 billion, and I can assure you that number will be dramatically high this year, this time. And the other thing is that we also have a social responsibility as Britam to ensure we inculcate that mindset of the young ones to invest from the very tender age. And that's why James was saying we've put a feature in Kidnest so that the kids themselves can see the investment grow, but also hold parents to account. Because like you've heard, this is where they keep on dipping. Yeah, instead of planning properly, emergencies do happen, but instead of the parents planning the old habits they picked, they start getting money from their children's investments. And that's why we have made this a very transparent feature in Kidnest to ensure that the young ones hold you accountable. Can you hear me? Will you hold your parents to account? Please do. Yeah, because for us it's very important, so that by the time conceptors, she's called who? Yeah, she reaches 18, she can still see the money. Yeah, so that's very important to us. But with those few remarks, I want to welcome our Group Managing Director to the stage, as usual, to give us words of wisdom. I've noticed he's a better dancer than me. Yeah, thank you so much and welcome.
Good morning. Good morning, little ones. This is an important event. This is an important day for all of us. So it's good to see my colleagues, and thank you, parents and guardians, for bringing your little ones, because this could well be the moment the trajectory of the rest of their lives happens. It's also good to see our representation from our Youth Advisory Council. I can see you are taking your role seriously. Thank you. I can also see our financial advisors and their managers. Thank you for that, because this will call for everyone to make the change that we want to see happen to the future of our little ones. You may have heard that time is the one asset every person in this room owns. And it's also the only asset that we know that none of us can top up once it is spent. Right? There's another number that I want to point out to you, and James touched on it. If you have 31, 32, call it 31 and a half years ahead of you, you are sitting on 1 billion seconds, which makes you a time billionaire. So looking around this room, you're poor time-wise, and they are wealthy time-wise. But we can bring the two together. Our young ones are the healthiest people, wealthiest in the context of time. And for an investor, time is the greatest advantage money cannot buy. If you look at a modest investment done with enough time, done consistently, and with room to compound, it can outgrow far larger sums that are invested later. So little now, consistently, compound interest, they will outgrow almost every time. It will take huge amounts of investments way later to match the outcome. So let's talk about the future of investing. These children will invest in a different world from the one many of you started in. Younger investors globally are already showing more appetite for new asset classes, digital tools, AI-enabled investing, and they're more confident at taking risk than some of us are. Barack touched on this. So how do we see the future of investment and wealth generally as Britam? So we certainly do not see wealth as a single product or a phase in life. We think of it as a life cycle. We see the building blocks as protection, accumulation, investment, preservation, and estate planning. It's a whole ecosystem. That means our job isn't only to serve today's investor, but also to shape who tomorrow's investor will be. And Kidnest does exactly that. Concepta took us through the features. It opens the wealth conversation way before a child ever earns an income. If we want a stronger investment culture on our continent, we cannot wait until people have already accumulated wealth. It's too late to teach them how to grow it by then. The habit must start early. Today's children are tomorrow's investors. They are tomorrow's entrepreneurs, and they are tomorrow's wealth creators. Our role is to hand them the one thing money cannot buy: time. And the financial foundation to use it well. So they have time. They can hardly do anything with it without our input. So as I conclude, I want to invite every parent, every guardian here to take action. Don't wait for the perfect moment. That's a fallacy. It's an illusion. It never happens. Start now. Start small. Just start. 1,000 shillings. 100 shillings top up. You want to tell me you can't do that? When it comes to building wealth, the parameter that is most powerful, it is not the amount, it is time and the advantage it brings. Let's give our children, I'm not asking you to do this for your relatives or for your neighbors, although it would be good. It's your children. It's whose children I'm talking about? Your children. Let's give them the benefit of both time and the discipline of investing through Kidnest. Thank you very much.
Thank you, GMD. Ladies and gentlemen, we're right now going to unveil Kidnest to each and every one of you. Please, I want to recommend that you bring out your childish self to the room. We need your inner child to come out and allow me to just studio. We're ready. Good. So in doing this, allow me to just request us to bring back on stage Mr. Tom Gitogo, our GMD. We'll bring on stage Barack as well, Concepta to the stage as well for the launch moment. Looking at the launch moment, as they come in, DJ, you could plug in a little bit of music. Thank you. As they come in, I want to invite our guests. There was one Renee, one who is at least 6 years, Renee. And allow me to call upon Adiel, who represents the teens. Allow me to call upon, so when I mention your name, you just come. Yes, we have, so we'll be on sides and sides as we watch what's going to happen on screens. Gani? All right. Thank you. All right. Rene, where are we? Yes. Yes, our youth council board to come on stage as well for the photo op and the Shalma, our guest speaker. All right, we're ready? We're good? Okay. Just 1 second as we cue the music. We have a representation. I know, see where they. All right. Okay. There you go. Let me tell you, our invited guests are actually running over the stage. It's there. It's there. It's theirs. Just to let you know, we're going to have a countdown. I need to know if the blue panda is on cue. All right, he is. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. Every adult to the child. Karibu sana. How many more? Agal. Agal, there you go. I was told this girl represented in the music festival. All right. Now, the moment that we've all been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen, is here. Are you ready? No, audience, are you ready? Kids, are you ready? Are you ready? Awesome. Let's get it in. Let's go. Count with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, the Kidnest is already there. And oh my goodness, look what you got there. Ladies and gentlemen. Yes, what we are saying is be able to make financial investment. Yes, and start with them early. Yeah. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause. All the children, please, let's go. All the children, please, let's go on stage. The children, let us go on stage, including teenagers. Let us all go on stage. Asanteni sana. Yes, you can play. You can dance. There you go. Parents, you can be upstanding as well. If that music is making sense to you, come on, let us move a little bit. Yes. You can get in there, get in there. That is the blue panda. Yes. All right. Yes. Let's all spread out. Let's spread out. Let's spread out. Let's spread out. Don't worry. The pyros will not get to you. There you go. We can have the GMD at the back and the kids at the front as well. Thank you very much. We take that photo. All right. Thank you, Faith, for gracefully organizing. Yes, let's have that photo moment. Okay. I see everybody wants to go alongside the blue panda. Okay, that's fine. Okay, the mascot. All right, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to call upon. Okay, kids, you need to look at me here. Are you ready? Look at the camera person. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Say yeah! I see some of you are doing push-ups. It's okay. It's your day. It's your day. All right. Thank you very much. Kids, allow me to request you to just go downstage for our children. Our children can go downstage. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Thank you very much. We'll have the GMD together with Barak, Concepta, and the Youth Council representative, Marcel, to come. And then we'll have so while I know that was overwhelming for you, here we go. Yeah, yes, let's hold this. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Marcel. Thank you very much, Ruth and Shalma. Let's have GMD, Concepta and Barak on this photo. All right. Looking over here. Super. Let's go. Yes. Yes. Tom, I see what you're doing there. Thank you very much. Awesome. Asanteni sana. Allow me to call members of EXCO, please, to be on stage. Members of EXCO, Executive Committee, Britam Holdings, Britam Group. Thank you. Yes, thumbs up. Asanteni sana. All right, we have the members of EXCO coming on stage. Yes. All right, remember it is smiling time. Let us all smile. Oh, yes. Looking over here. Thank you very much. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Yes. If you insist that the doll comes to you, let's just say the teddy too should come there. It's okay. All right. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Please, you may have your seats. Asanteni sana. It is indeed time. Allow me to... I think the mascot should just remain there. It's bringing good vibes, right? Asante sana, yeah. Mascot tunaambiwa ukuwe serious. But usikuwe serious, ni sawa. Okay. Bounce once if you can hear me. Okay, good. All right. DJ, are you ready? When you launch something and you have a baby, everybody goes dancing, right? Allow me to just request you to be upstanding one more time for this amazing dance and call upon the mascot himself. They say, anasema lazima awaonyeshe vitu mbili tatu, the ability. So please, follow the mascot in terms of what the mascot is about to do. Are you ready? Yes, there you go. There you go. Okay, the mascot is moving like some of us, but you can feel it. There you go. Children, you want to come in and dance with the mascot? Yeah? Yay! Uh-huh. Yes. Hey! If you're feeling good, wapi nduru wewe? Yay! Yes! Please don't Don't be blaming the mascot. It's just, look at the children. They're actually doing it. All right, DJ. 1, 2, 3, go. Uh-huh. Are you ready? Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Faster. Faster. Yeah. Thank you, DJ. A round of applause to you. One more time, a round of applause to you. Asanteni sana, you may have your seats. Yes, allow me, ladies and gentlemen, to call upon our very own BAM Relationship Officer, Sabina Chege, to give a vote of thanks. Sabina, karibu. You might have met the son. He was doing push-ups when we were launching Tristan. So, Sabina, ni kama utafanya push-ups. Karibu sana, Sabina.
I will not do press-ups, but my parents had a Kidnest. I might pay you to do press-ups for me. I have invested. Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. How are you? You look so beautiful from here. Hello, babies. How are you? Yeah, I was looking for one who will tell me I'm not a baby. So I have been tasked with giving a vote of thanks, and I am tempted. And it looks like I am falling into the temptation of telling you how I got this task. So I was in my desk, and then my boss just calls me, and someone wants me to her station. And then she says, Sabina, you're giving vote of thanks tomorrow, right? I'm like, you're asking? And then she's like, no, I'm telling you. And then when I'm confused, I'm telling her, but I've never done that before. And then her phone rings. And I see it's her boss, and then she says, you'll be okay, you'll be all right. Just create a mini skirt. And then she picks her call and leaves. And she never came back. Okay, she came back because she's here. But guys, that's what we are working with. Thank God we have better. I was able to understand that she meant something long enough to cover the essentials, and short enough to keep it interesting. So let's hope we do it right. But I can see how confused you are, so you would have also been worse than I was. I know I'm alone here, but I represent a whole Kidnest project. I'm here on behalf of them, and I would like to them, and on their behalf, thank all of you for playing a part in all this and making this launch both possible and meaningful. You've all played a part, you've all added value to this project, and we are so grateful, and we thank God for all of you. And please accept our appreciation. And thank you so much. On top of that list, we would also like to thank our GMD, Mr. Tom Gitogo, for your leadership, encouragement, and support, and especially your dedication towards innovation and creating products that bring positive impact to families. We are always inspired, and not just through this project, even our discussions in the office every day, we are inspired by how committed you are to this, and it plays a big role in how we do our day-to-day activities, and we are so grateful. Thank you so much. I would also like to thank our CEO, Mr. Barack Obata. Your leadership, encouragement even through the corridors, your unwavering support every time we have questions through this. We don't take it for granted. Your belief in this Kidnest proposition right from the start, it challenged us to not only come up with just a product, but a platform that can shape the future of this generation. And we don't take it for granted. Thank you so much. I would also like to thank my boss, who's now back, head of BD, Concept Ayuma. Thank you so much. By back, I mean that she picked a call in case we left you in the joke. Thank you so much for your energy, for your strategic guidance through it all. We don't take it for granted. Many other times we were confused and we tagged along and tagged on your confidence in all this. Many other times we lost hope through this project and we were not sure what we were doing, and we tagged on your confidence, and we are so grateful. Even in your support in connecting the different teams and stakeholders through it all. You were such a blessing, and we thank God for you so much. Accept our appreciation as well. I had so many teams as well. The entire project team. I had legal, I had risk, compliance, operations team, IT, each one of you, everybody who played a part, the sacrifices, the endless hours, the ideas, we appreciate each one of them, and we are so grateful. Thank you so much. It's because of you that we've been able to see this vision come to life. Unfortunately, this is not the end of the journey. It's actually a beginning of a movement of people who are interested and invested in seeing a generation of people who understand money and understand investment right from an early age. We are interested in a generation that the succession cases will not be followed by a redemption and a waste of that money. Because currently what we have, all succession cases, money is withdrawn, and few years down the line, you find that person and they don't invest back. They have nothing to invest back. So we want them trained, and it starts now. This was just the beginning or the launch. The work starts now. And I'm happy to have the entire team, even our financial advisors and our branch managers, the entire team, the entire FA network. We are so grateful for you, and we can't wait to take this to our clients. To our parents and guardians who've even brought us these little precious children, we want to thank you for choosing to partner with Britam as your most preferred partner in building a generation that has financially empowered children and investment-oriented children. We don't take it for granted that you choose us over and over again, and we are committed to walk this journey with you and make sure that we nurture both your wealth and the children and the investment mind and brain that we're trying to create here. And now, to the most precious and special guests we have of the day, twinkle, twinkle, little stars. We don't wonder what you are. We know who you are. You are the president of tomorrow. You are our GMD tomorrow, our CEOs, doctors, engineers. You will be great people, and we are excited for that time. And even before then, even right now, you are precious to your parents and to Britam at large. We are excited and committed to walk this journey with you every step of the way. We will safeguard your dreams and aspirations. Thank you, everybody. May God bless you. Amen.
Thank you, Sabina. Thank you, Sabina. And you were saying that you were thrown under the bus. It's okay. You did well. Allow me, ladies and gentlemen, to recognize one more time, another round of applause to Sabina. It is very tough to speak to such a crowd, but let me tell you, to speak to this one, it takes another level of commitment. Thank you. Allow me to recognize the presence of Moski, a financial literacy company that makes money education practical and fun and relevant for kids and young adults. They have different products, and I'd like you to engage with them in terms of Pesa Mali, Pesa Quest, books and learning materials. And then their mission is to raise a generation that is confident, capable, and intentional with money. Their CEO, Edwin Chiari, is around, and he's right at the back. Go check out those board games and have them, and invest one as you engage in Kidnest. Let this financial literacy, and actually, funny enough, GMD and Barack, is that he actually brought kids who've gone through the program. And they are here with us. Who in the crowd here have gone through Mosque, the financial literacy program. They are here within the crowd. And thank you so much, Asante Sana Edwin, and for the commitment, and the parents as well here. Ladies and gentlemen, everything that has a beginning must have an end. I know you want to still keep on dancing, but I hope this seed that we have planted today is not just going to fall on tough ground. It's going to bloom, it's going to grow, and it's going to bring out a harvest. Remember, as the GMD has said, and the concept of $1 billion is that we have an opportunity to give our children a head start. That is why Kidnest is there. You have an opportunity. And starting in this room, and starting with the ones online, we have an opportunity to make a great change and position Britam as the brand that walks with us every step of the way. I have been your MC and host, James Cairo. Allow me to say, Asanteni Sana. You may have your seconds, you may have your thirds. That is my time. God bless you, and God bless our children. Thank you. Okay, I see Blue Panda is doing his thing. So if you want to go and get a picture with Blue Panda, please, you are free to engage. But Asanteni Sana. Thank you very much.